Welcome back to From Nine to Mom.
We discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos of motherhood. And that's what we do every week. We talk about being a working mom guilt, all that stuff. But today, guys, it's about the dads. Father's Day is coming up. We want to talk about the dads. We've got some fun stuff coming up. But Katie sent me this book yesterday. It didn't make me cry. Yes, Nicole Antonini, if you're watching this is your invitation to your shower. So I'm using it as a bookmark. But this is There Are Moms Way Worse Than You. And the book is essentially about moms. But I was reading it laughing hysterically. And I realized that it's not just moms. Some dads suck too. They're not all warm and snuggly. A pipefish dad will eat his kids if he thinks they're ugly. Book really does make you feel better. But we're starting out with a couple excerpts. Horses seem like super dads, but they're not the best. They'll threaten other horses' kids and kick them straight to death. And my favorite, the poisoned dart frog dad is less a hit and more a miss. To keep his eggs from drying out, he'll sometimes use his piss. So we'll start with this. Dads, it's not just moms. We got to talk about the dads. And we asked a poll, Katie, with Father's Day coming up, what do people want for Father's Day? What's going on? And I want you to share the details.
Yeah, so we had to ask the fam out there because we both are like, what do we get? What do we do? Me and Ryan don't do tons of gifts, but I'm like, all right, what if I wanted to? And funny enough, all of the responses that we got are golf related.
Golf. And before we knew that this was going to happen, Katie and I ordered these amazing shirts, which we got to show you guys. It's the Abandoned Wives Golf Club. We will put a link if you want to be part or are already part of the Abandoned Wives. We're not saying that we're abandoned for real. It's just how we feel sometimes, especially on Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, because golf is like the obvious choice for Father's Day. And I hate how like Mother's Day, it's like, oh, Mother's Day brunch with everyone. It's not like brunch alone. Like golf is like, I'm going to go golf. Not
everything
alone, but like with people.
Is about golf, and it's about boys being boys together with boys. There's nothing about the kids. It's just they want to golf alone with their friends, come home, relax. And the truth is, it's just a regular Sunday.
It is. So let me read a couple of our ideas. It's a regular old Sunday. Some of the texts that we got, or the responses were, one was that he wants to golf with no rage texts from mom begging him to come home.
Fair.
The second one was the upper decker golf that's happening at Highmark Stadium, which is the Bills Stadium. So if you're not a upstate New York local, that's the Buffalo Bills are doing a golf off the top deck. Someone else asked for ideas. And then my loving husband had written in new wedges. He wants all new golf wedges.
Yeah. What else did he say?
And he said coupons.
What does he mean by coupons, Katie?
Pretty sure that is that is not from the kids. He doesn't want coupons from the kids. He wants coupons from me.
Ryan, you dirty dog, you.
I know. So it is just funny though that like the listeners that we have so far, everyone's like husbands are golfers. So maybe that's like something about us. I don't know, but who we attract. And so golf it is, right?
We did a home equity line of credit and I closed it last night. And the guy that came to close it was a golfer. Him and his 2 kids, they all went to college for golf. He has one of the old houses, like probably the most interesting man in the world. But my husband, the entire time, the closing probably could have taken like 15 minutes, 45 minutes, because we talked about every golf course in the nation. Yep. And now it's like even more in his brain. Don't worry, he hit balls this morning.
He was able to get out.
Yeah, he was able to get. Well, it's just in the garage,
Oh, okay,
yeah. That's just a couple swings.
I think Ryan's constantly in our backyard, just chipping them back and forth.
Chipping, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what they do. But I think the other thing we wanted to share is some more ideas of how you can plan your Father's Day. So we polled our husbands and asked them to write out their perfect, ideal Father's Day.
And to be fair, Katie and I have not shared these with each other yet. So this is going to be a fresh listen for both of us. So Katie, you go first.
And I think we had joked a little bit about these guys, the way that they put it out, because Ryan's is time-stamped.
Which is so Fitzgerald family. And Jordan's is one long run on sentence. One big huge paragraph.
Honestly, Ryan's is pretty like run of the mill. Like it would be doable. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. But it would be doable. So his is that at 7:45 he would golf 18 holes with his dad and brother house.
Oh, that's so cute.
Then he would get lunch and beers after with them.
Very cute.
Unfortunately, it's already unrealistic because he put at 12 o'clock he would do a picnic lunch with his boys in the backyard. And I was like,
that's actually really sweet, Ryan. Like, that's very sweet,
right?
But you're going to be in Chicago, so sorry, bud.
Yeah. And then at 4 o'clock he wants to go to a baseball game, but we're going to only likely make it 4 innings of that baseball.
Again, realistic. I love the realistic dad situation.
He really went.
Jordan was
he went
too.
realistic. Then at 7 o'clock he wants to stop for ice cream on his way home.
Did he specify what kind of ice cream?
Nope, just says stop for ice cream.
Okay.
And then at 8 o'clock after bedtime, we're going to do ribeyes on the grill with a whole entire bottle of Cab by our fire pit.
Because he wants to redeem a coupon, so he needs to get you sauced.
Yes. So honestly, kind of realistic. Not what I envisioned. We didn't prep them. Like, I didn't say like...
I said nothing. Just your ideal day start to finish.
Yeah. So I think he went realistic there.
But I mean, love
we
like
could
his... And it's such a... Like, but then you think about the simplicity of guys, too. Like, I want to golf, have beer, have ice cream, like go sit around like so simple. Right? If you ask me my ideal day, it would be like so aggressive. But I feel like, Ryan, we could do this another day, just not while you're traveling.
His gift ideas are less than ideal.
What are those?
It's a couple grand in the gift ideas. So the first one I was like, all right, we could have eventually did this. He wanted a new box of golf balls. Didn't even write Pro V1s, just wrote golf balls. Cool. That could be doable. A new golf hat, also doable. Then we start getting into some other things. A new Apple Watch. Not going to happen.
So we go from golf balls to Apple Watch.
So we want an Apple Watch because the newer ones can connect to different apps that will show distances on your Apple Watch while you're golfing.
For golf, stop it right now.
If you like hook up to certain apps, I've seen them, like you can look at your watch and it'll tell you how far you are. So that's not super realistic. The next one, very unrealistic. A full set of Mizuno irons. And I don't even know what this means, but Ford PW. So I'm sure that's the kind.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
That's not happening. And then the last one is very unrealistic. A full night of sleep without having to go sleep on Jack's floor at 3:15 a.m.
Yeah, that's probably the most unrealistic one, but we might get the golf clubs before
We've been in like a week of Jack he wakes up in the middle of the night, and Ryan is the lightest sleeper, so he bounces up every night, and I sleep through half of it, which is like total opposite from when they were babies. But like now he jumps up
you're
and like
fine.
runs in there.
It's okay. He's fine.
He's fine. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
So that's his gift list. So we'll make sure we link all that right out for you guys. Quick gifts for Father's Day.
Yeah, we'll send them out. And Jordan's was oddly slightly similar, just not organized the same way. His is more of like a story. Okay. So I'm just gonna read
he's setting the scene. You know, he's got to really tee it up.
Father's Day. Dash. Right? That's like. Mm-hmm. As soon as I wake up, I know I will be exhausted because I really just fell asleep because I was up all night with the baby and being excited to golf. My excitement will definitely push me through some pre-golf stretches and maybe even swing in the garage for a minute as my old back warms up and I feel everything cracking constantly. I speed up to the gas station for some golf snacks, sipping on my Red Bull. I get to the course with all the boys and start getting dialed in at the range. Obviously, I would want to shoot like one of my best days and just have a great day making shots. Okay, so the whole morning is dedicated to golf.
Yep.
After I golf, I would love to come home and take a short nap just to recharge the battery. When I wake up and come downstairs, my loving family is there with a golf simulator in a box with a bow on it. Okay, guys, the simulator he wants ranges from $700 to $20,000. It's not happening, but he writes, my wife says, you earned it, babe. Get out there and see how it works. Then we go to the family's house for dinner, where I sit on the couch and watch golf with the other dads. Kids are welcome. Then when we get home, I would like to put the kids down. Then I'd like to come downstairs and have a drink with you. Then, I mean, let's be real. You know what's next. ... Get your mind out of the gutter. I was going to say ice my back because I golfed Saturday and Sunday, and now I can barely move. And that's his Father's Day tale of what he would like to do. So a lot of that.
It sounds like a dream. It sounds like a dream.
It's a dream. Like he just had this dream. But the truth is, the entire beginning up until the golf simulator, he is golfing Saturday and Sunday. He's going out with all the boys. They're getting there early.
So
we're going to the family's house. They're going to watch golf. All right. We could do all the things. He'll be up all night with Daisy besides the golf simulator. Sorry, babe. I mean, the rest of it I'm making happen. Your dreams are coming true.
The dream is reality.
But it's like these stories that we both are laughing at our husbands because we're like, we knew, like deep down, I kind of knew.
Yeah. We could have written it for them.
We could have probably written it for them.
Yeah.
But it's just so telling about the male psyche. And I'm going to share something that my husband knows about. So I'm blowing up his spot. Me and my mom created a theory that we've tested and it's accurate. So for the women listening out there, the theory is my husband, but most men, I'd say most men will do a poll after this to see if it's accurate. My husband's mood is dictated by two things: golf and sex. I don't know if we're allowed to say that on a podcast. So let's call it, I'm going to call it coupons. Golf and coupons. So those are the two things. And if he gets one of those, it doesn't matter which one. It doesn't have to be like a switching on and off thing. It's if he gets one of those things in 48 hours, he's cleaning the kitchen. He's, so sweet. He's bringing me like wine in a goblet. Like I could ask him to do anything. Like, hey, I'm going to go on a trip for 6 days with the girls. You deserve it. As long as he gets one of those two things. So me and my mom, we weren't going to tell him, but I drank a little bit one night and definitely told him, and he agreed. He agreed that this is a true scenario. Yeah. So it kind of fits that narrative. Like Ryan nailed it. Like golf and coupons. That's what they. That's
how
what they
start
want.
the day and end the day. That's what they want.
Like that's what they want, and it's that simple. It's that easy. And I almost feel bad for them because we're way more complicated than that. But because we feel so overwhelmed, I feel like just a simple like, we made you breakfast, sit in silence in your bedroom, read your book, or like listen to a podcast. Right. Like that would be enough, but sometimes too difficult to understand.
No, and we could want different things at any given time, based on the year, what the temperature
is, our cycle. You don't know.
We need different things.
We're complex people, but for them it's very, very simple. But it's just so funny to look at a collective, and we're not saying it is a stereotype. Sure. And we're not trying to stereotype all men, but the truth is the men we all polled, they all said the same thing. So is it science now? I think this is science.
I mean, I think the only missing piece is that you need to document and publish your research.
My research. So I have to like do a more comprehensive study, maybe some focus groups, get some stats together. What if we went down in the history books as we could call it something cool, and it's our like scientific study of men? Literally. Well, I'm gonna do it.
Buy from 9 to Mom.
We're gonna get published in a medical
TM.
medical, like one of those medical publications for our really aggressive male research. But I hope that does happen for us.
It could totally work.
But yeah, Father's Day is going to be a good time, and I think that it kind of leads into the dad complex. There's a lot going on with our husbands, right now in life, but it's just, you want to make them feel loved and happy, but at the same time, by the time Father's Day comes, we're laughing right now, I'll probably want to kill Jordan for something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
we're recording this a little early, so it's not. Yeah.
Right. It's like an absolute inevitability that I'm going to be mad at him for something in that moment.
Absolutely. And it's also inevitable that between now and Father's Day, so we're recording a week or so ahead of time here, they're going to golf more than just on Father's Day between now and then.
Jordan already has it lined up for Saturday and Sunday. So we know, and this weekend's not going to go by with either of them.
No.
For all I know, Jordan's hitting golf balls as I speak. I have no idea.
He actually took the day off and is just golfing.
He's done that.
Oh, they do. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah. And then if we take the day off, we feel like that guilt of, I should be doing something with my kids. Like, I should be spending the day
I feel like I have
cleaning
to clean
my house.
Yeah, like, that's what I take the day off for these days.
They're like, oh, I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to hit up the range. I'm going to go get Indian with my boys. Like, what? What is that? What is that life like?
You're like, yeah, I don't know.
We know we talked about Mother's Day. I had the best Mother's Day, but Jordan and I almost killed each other that night because he was sick. He ended up being sick. And I don't know if I said this, that he asked me to feel his forehead in the middle of the night to see if he had a fever. And I lost my ever loving mind because I was like, it's one day. I asked for one day. You golfed today. Mind you, they went to the Wells Fargo tournament. And now you're asking me to feel your forehead. If you are warm and you don't feel good, you are sick. Also, we have 77 thermometers in this house. You could do it yourself. So I'm scared that there's going to be a repeat of that.
Yeah, like golf all day and then not feel good.
Yeah, like I don't feel good.
Oh.
But you know what? If he doesn't feel good on Father's Day, maybe I will baby him that day. I don't know.
You know,
we'll see how I feel.
I know. They should be running a test on us on like what makes us in a good mood.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They should start tracking. Jordan used to know I used to do hot yoga, and that was my thing.
Yeah.
Like if I did hot yoga, and actually this is related to golf and Father's Day gifts.
Yeah.
I was so excited. This was one Father's Day. We lived in Rochester still. My family remembers at Ridgemont. So I called the pro shop, put my credit card on file, and because he'd been begging me for a driver. I need a new driver. I need a new driver. I need a new driver. So I called the pro shop. He had a round of golf. I bought him 3 golf lessons. He was going to go to his first golf lesson. And then when he went, he was going to like ask him to, he could test out anything he wants. Like, don't tell him I bought it. And he was going to say, my wife won't let me buy one. I can't have one. And they were going to be like, actually, she called us already. You could pick out any one that you want. Okay.
Wow. That's next level. That's like what they want.
That I thought so. So I tell my dad, he helps me get like this all set up. I tell my dad about the driver thing I did. And he's like, oh shit. So behind my back, I didn't know this. He goes to Jordan because Jordan behind my back had already bought said driver and didn't tell me. Okay. So now my dad pulls him aside.
This is typical. This is typical. Right? Yeah.
And my dad's like, dude, you got to return the driver. Jordan's like, I can't. I've used it already. He's like, Danielle's going to kill you. She did this elaborate plan. Like she's buying you a driver for Father's Day, like return.
Shout out to your dad to try to save him though.
My dad always tries to save this dude and he doesn't listen. He does not listen. He's like, you got to return. He's like, I can't, Michael, I can't. He's like, I don't know what to do. So he comes home one day and he's like, hey, why don't you go to yoga tonight? Cause he like, whenever he has to, cause I was always in a better mood, go to yoga. Like it's fine. Like just go. So I went and I came back. He's like, so are you in a good mood? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I got to tell you something. And he told me about the driver. I was so pissed because this dude's so hard to surprise. So I was so upset with him. And he ruined my awesome idea.
It was so good. That would be perfect. Ryan would die if I did that.
Right? Like, isn't that like cool? Like, wouldn't you love to be like, I don't know, you go to like the dermatologist to check out all your moles and then you're like, oh, I really want Botox, but I just can't. My husband will kill me. And they're like,
here you go.
He called us already. You can get it wherever you want. Woo, woo. Like, that'd be sick. I thought I was killing it.
No, that was great, but it's also so typical. I know so many husbands that do that. Fortunately, Ryan's never bought a club behind my back. He's always been very upfront, but I think it's because of our money. Like all of our finances have always been together.
Yeah, ours too. But he had cash. He was running like his painting business. Like there was cash at the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Man, slid it in there. Well, I hope everyone has a beautiful Father's Day. Celebrate all the husbands that allow us to be working moms and help support us.
Yeah, in seriousness. Like, thank you to the dads who truthfully...
I always sound sarcastic when I'm trying to be serious, but I'm being serious.
You're being serious, and I think that's the truth. We rip on you a lot because we have to, and it does make us feel better, but the truth is, it's nice to have partners in the chaos that we do call parenthood. So today we're cheersing to you dads. We hope you have the best day. And to all the moms out there, you will survive. We've got this. Welcome to the Abandoned Wife's Golf Club. And with that, we'll clock out and clock back into the 9 to 5.
See you guys next time.